friends, I'm Dr. Stephanie Zagragan, and today I am thrilled to host an online training called Dollars in Detox, streamlining your results and revenue with a done-for-you virtual group detox system for your practice. I'm thrilled that you've taken some time out of your schedule to be with me today to go through this training, and let's get started. My name is Dr. Stephanie Zagragan. As I mentioned, I'm a chiropractor, clinical nutritionist, and I've been in clinical practice for over 20 years. In those 20 years, I have worked with patients one-on-one. I work with patients virtually. I work with patients in groups. And I've been using detox programs in my clinical practice for over 20 years. And I have taught CEU credit hours for teaching other doctors and practitioners detox for the last 13 plus years. And what I found was there's many great programs out there, but unfortunately, a lot of the companies and programs don't teach you how to implement a system to really systematize it in your practice and really get the most benefit from that. That's what I want to touch on today with you. When I initially got into clinical practice, I was doing everything one-on-one. And what I found was I kept saying the same thing over and over and over again. And to be quite frank, it was just taking up a lot of my time. I wanted to create a group system for my office, and that's what I did. I think that if you're not teaching in groups, it's a definite benefit to that. And if you add a group program or specifically a group detox program to your clinical practice, it can help in so many different ways. First of all, you're adding an additional service. Most of your patients are looking for these types of services, looking for these types of programs. They're going to buy it anyway. So you can provide a quality product, a quality program, a quality service. It definitely will be helpful to them. Teaching in groups increases your time for money. As clinicians, we can only see one person at a time typically, and therefore your revenue and what you can make and how many people you can help is limited. If you teach in groups, it's an unlimited resource. We can teach a number of different people in the same amount of time. Because of that, we will increase our revenue. We can see more people, help more people, and also help our bottom line and our clinics this way as well. And finally, improved health outcomes for our patients. As I mentioned, our patients are looking for these types of services anyway, and if we can provide them and provide quality products that give really good results, we are helping our patients get better. Clinically, patients hold their adjustments more, they're losing weight, they're getting off medications. I've just seen so many positive things that have come from having my patients go through a group clinical detox program. When we think about adding a group detox program, we have two options. We can do one inside of our own clinical practice. So I call that the brick and mortar model, or we can do a virtual practice. First, I want to touch on the brick and mortar model because this is what I started with in my own clinical practice. This is where you have a location or an office, and you're going to host a group of classes or a group program within your office. This model is great for practices that have the space to hold a class. And this is what I started with initially in my own clinical practice. And when I started educating other doctors, my first program that I created was teaching other doctors how to model what I did in their brick and mortar practices. This has great results for doctors. All of the doctors that have gone through and completed my brick and mortar done for you detox program has had great success. They have all added the system to their practice, and we've seen tremendous results. All of those doctors have, on their very first launch, made their investment back, and they've added that additional service to their practice. And in their first launch, they're seeing anywhere from an additional 10 to 75 people going through their program, which has been phenomenal. After I got really good at doing the brick and mortar model in my own clinical practice, I wanted to take it online and go virtual. There was a number of reasons for this. First was just out of necessity. I ended up moving to a different state where I didn't have a space to host large classes. Therefore, I needed to come up with a different way to still host my programs, but do it with a virtual setting. This was back in 2013 when I really needed to create a new model for myself. What I found was that taking my program virtually gave me a whole host of other benefits. First of all, it provides convenience for your patients and participants. They don't have to travel. It's in the convenience of their home a lot of times. We provide more accessibility for people to be online versus coming to the practice. If you have a smaller location or don't really have a group room, this allows you to still create the group setting without needing to have the space for it. It also allowed me to have an expanded reach just within my 5-mile radius or 10-mile radius that most of your patients are coming to you from. We could expand the reach to outside of our immediate community. It also provides for scalability. If we have a space that only seats 20 people, each max class within our brick and mortar practice will only be 20 people. I've been able to scale my workshops now and host anywhere from 10 to people at a time, which has been phenomenal. And finally, adaptability. We all remember COVID when everyone was shut down, people were afraid to leave their homes. And I did my best year ever during that year for my practice because I was able to be online. People were looking for tools and resources during that time. I had them and we had them online for them. And that was one of my best years that I've had in clinical practice. You're able to adapt as well to anything that might come up now or even in the future. I've currently been hosting online group programs for over a decade now, and my classes grow and grow and grow, and they get results. Even though we're virtual, we see patients see huge results. On average with my programs, patients lose on average 10 pounds. They double their energy. They're sleeping better. They're feeling better. They feel younger than they have in years, they'll tell me. Less joint pain, less allergies, less digestive disturbances, and those really speak. I think that's why we get patients redoing the program over and over. We get repeat participation. And this is what I've created and want to share with you so you can take everything that I've done and drop it into your own clinical practice. And when I say my programs are done for you, that's exactly what that means. You will get access to everything that I've created that I use for my own clinical practice, from PowerPoints, handouts, newsletter swipe files, all my social media and graphics, so that you don't have to take the time to create the wheel yourself. And there's also a lot of training that I give you on how to sell, share, and make sure patients are successful on the program. With that, I want to just dive right in and show you a little bit of what it looks like with my program, a little bit of behind the scenes. We're going to show you the key components of the program that I have, that I'm offering. And I'm going to go through the core curriculum, a preview of that for you, so you know exactly what is within this program and also the results that you can expect with it. All right, here we are inside the program. I want to give you a quick sneak peek of the overview of my Practice Freedom Accelerator system. This is the online detox program, the done-for-you system that I've created. I've designed this to be an 8-week course for you. You can go through faster if you like, or you can take your time. That is totally up to you. But what I found is one module a week is perfect. It's not a lot of time for you to get everything done, and you can have your system up and running within 6 weeks. Here's my program outline. 8 modules designed to be done 1 module a week. And I go through everything from goal setting, giving you success tools, marketing, detox, prep and resources, giving you the entire process, sales training, launching your first workshop, how to seamlessly attract your ideal clients and patients on this, and how to enroll them. And then, of course, patient management. I want to walk through the modules and what is in each module. Module 1, week 1 is welcome and goal setting. We'll go through goal setting. I have a step-by-step guide that literally walks you through what to do very simply. That guide will kind of walk you through the entire program. I always have you guys fill that out and print it up and just use that as your tool throughout the entire program walkthrough. I jump into marketing on module 2 because I want you to go ahead and take everything I've given you, take all of my marketing materials, all of my handouts, and make them your own and start putting them into action on week 2. Because I have this program designed that by week 6, you're launching your first workshop. During module 2, we're going to talk about detox kit options. If you don't have a company that you like and use, I walk through the companies that I've used, the ones that I think that are quality and provide great results. I talk about how to create your offer, who your ideal client is. We go through marketing your program, how to teach your program online teaching options. And by the way, I have made this as low tech as possible for you in creating an online course. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have any additional tools that you have to purchase and keep up with. I've made it very, very simple. If you have those, we'll go through those and how to utilize the tools you might already have, but also I've made this super simple. Also, this program is unbranded, meaning it's not branded to a specific company's products or programs. This is because I want you to be able to choose, have the freedom to choose whatever you would like to use for your program, for your practice. And we're just creating the system around that to market it. We talk about Zoom training and setup, Facebook group setup, all my marketing content, and how do we register people for your program. Moving on to module 3, this is where I give you assessment options because I think it's a good idea to be able to assess our patients both before and after and during the program. And then I also do an initial group workshop walkthrough. You're going to host your own group virtual workshop. I always offer it as a free workshop in my own clinical practice. And I walk you through how I teach it. And you get my PowerPoint, my slides, and this has been a great tool for a lot of the doctors that have been through my programs because I teach it as I teach my patients, but also I'll stop and pause and talk to you as a clinician as to why you should talk about things a certain way or why I mention certain things or say something a certain way within my workshops. Module 4 is the process and patient accountability. This is really important. If you're new to detoxing, that's okay. I walk you through all the most commonly questions that patients have when going through the program. So you'll have the confidence in answering those when they come up. Everything from, can I exercise? I'm on medications. What do I do? I'm on supplements. Do I still take them? Just all the questions that patients are going to have for you. Also, we go through patient accountability tips, patient lifestyle support, because it's really important that if people start the program, I want them to finish it. I want them to get the results. I know that if they stick with it, they will see those results. And I talk you through how to really make sure we get that with each of the patients that go through the program. Module 5 is how to sell results and my sales training. As clinicians, we usually like to educate a lot, which is great, but we forget that we have to sell some things too. So I teach you my holistic sales process training, and you will have the confidence to talk about your program, sell the program, talk about the benefits and the results with your patients. They are going to want to do this program. By module 6, you are ready to launch your office first workshop virtually. And with this, we go through order forms. How do we register people? How do we order kits and get them sent to them? And I also give you a post-workshop assessment that we can give the people that are at that program to just assess yourself and your skills and things that we can improve upon or what they really, really liked. Module 7 is where we're going to really launch the program. And I have a weekly class framework that I teach every single week virtually. And it is a bit different teaching in-house versus virtually. So I kind of give you all the nuances of that and the details and how I manage people virtually in a group setting. I give you a PowerPoint presentation and a framework for each of your classes. You're doing a 21-day class. We're going to teach 3 classes. I give you week 1, week 2, week 3 class framework. That's all there for you to download and make it your own. And finally, in module 8, we go through post recommendations. Because at the end of the program, your patients are feeling great. They've lost some weight. They've got more energy. And a lot of them say, what next? How do I keep this up? In my post-program presentation, you're going to walk through that with the patients and teach them what you want them to do next. This is where you can offer any kind of ongoing care options for them. You can talk about maintenance protocols, etc. We'll walk you through that. And finally, it's important to get testimonials and referrals from the people that went through your programs. I have a whole system for that as well. As you can see, my entire program is completely action-packed. It gives you everything you need from start to finish. I've left no stone unturned when it comes to making sure that you have a system in place and you're confident with that system by the end of the 8 weeks. If you decide to jump on board with the Practice Freedom Accelerator system and learn my online done-for-you detox program, I want to go through what you can expect for your results. First of all, you'll have a turnkey done-for-you virtual online program for detox within your clinical practice. You can sell this to the patients you currently have. We can market this outside of your program. We can market this all over the country, and we'll go through this as well within the program. You'll be gathering clients and patients from all over. You'll be helping people get well. You'll be making money doing that as well. And I can tell you that everyone that's been through my programs up to this point have made their investment back within their first launch. The other beautiful thing is that once you've done this program once, it's literally a rinse and repeat. Everything's already done for your own practice, and you just have to set it up and just do it over and over and over again to help patients get well. Now you've learned about the program, you've learned why I do the program, you have learned my results and what you can expect for your results. I would love to give you an invitation to join my beta launch of this program. If you decide to join the beta launch, I want to make sure you're successful with this program. You'll be receiving all of the program. It's all self-guided online. You'll also get 2 phone calls with me whenever you need it to go through any place you've gotten stuck, or if you have any specific questions that are geared towards your specific office. Also, as part of the beta launch, I'm going to be giving you $1,000 off my program price, and I want you to go in there and try to break it. I'll also want to get your feedback on your experience through the program, what you loved and where you think I might need to add some additional information to help people get through it successfully. And like I said, I've covered everything in the program. I would really love for you to join me. And now is the time. Are you ready to take your practice to the next level? I hope your answer is yes, and you're really interested in adding a done-for-you virtual detox program and start doing more online done-for-you programs. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Below the video here, comment "I'm all in," and let's start that conversation and see if this program is right for you. And I'd love to have you as part of the Practice Freedom Accelerator family. With that, I'll see you next time.